We're not going to waste no time. We ain't going to do none of that. We're not going to slow cook. We're just going to get right to it. Ladies, how many times y'all going to get finessed? How many different people have to come across these platforms trying to fill the shoes of Derrick Jackson and telling you what you want to hear instead of telling you the thing that's best for you? How many times you going to get finessed? I'm just curious. No simping, no pandering, no slow rolling. We're just going to get right into it. I'm going to drop the link in the chat for y'all to be able to cam up, ask any question that y'all want to ask. Actually, I'm not going to let y'all cam up. I'm going to just let y'all come in on audio so you'll have the ability to be able to call in after I get my thoughts out. But how many times y'all going to get finessed? How many people have to come across these platforms, these YouTube streets, these Instagram streets, these TikTok streets that's not giving y'all the recipe that y'all need in order to be successful? I thought y'all was going to put a formidable opponent in front of me. I was looking forward to a boxing match, but y'all gave me a sparring partner. Yada Awakening? Really? Man, let me tell you something. I didn't even do no research because I wasn't looking to deep dive into this guy's background at all. And I don't even care anything about him personally, so I'm only going to speak to his talking points. But I thought that y'all was going to give me a formidable opponent. Y'all giving me these simps to stand in front of me and to be getting knocked down like bowling pins? Really? And then he had the nerve to use Kevin Samuels' name in order to get some more visibility to clout chase so that he can speak to y'all. And we got these same old single baby mamas and black women that's not married and women that are married that's for the streets continuing to sing the same old praises on a regular basis and still getting finesse. I thought that y'all was going to give me a formidable opponent, but I started deep diving into this person. Yo, I didn't even realize that he's shorter than me. Shout out to the short kings out here in these streets. Shout out to the short kings out here in these streets. So y'all telling me that y'all gonna take the advice of a former race hustler slash herbs dealer slash alleged drug dealer slash former allegedly person that married a single baby mama slash person that allegedly put his hands on his other ex-wife or former wife or his original wife, and this is the person that y'all taking advice from? I'm just saying, are we not validating the people that we take advice from, or are we just going to let a viral moment determine what your feelings is going to be like towards how it is that you're supposed to be operating within your femininity and in your household? This what we doing? This what we doing? So y'all taking the advice of a dude that's named Yada Awakening. What is this guy's real name? And then he had the nerve to throw ad hominem attacks on me? Boy, don't you know I'm the king of these streets? I will burn the entire house down. I will burn the building down. I will burn the entire building down. I cannot believe. You know why I don't get invited to these panels? Because it would fly in the face of, and I would completely disrupt the entire infrastructure behind how they're building these platforms in the first place to play on a woman's feelings, and y'all continue to fall for the okie doke. How are you the most educated, the most enrolled, the ones that say that y'all lean to y'all chakras and y'all can tell the moon sign and the wind sign and y'all have all of this women intuition, but for some reason, somehow, you can't even spot a snake oil salesman when you see one? You have all of this education and all of this wisdom and all of this stuff within you, but you can't tell and identify when somebody is selling you a narrative in order to sell you some drink. They're pushing a product and they're leveraging your emotions in order to do so, but you can't spot it. And then somehow you sit here and you have a conversation with me because you're looking for me to be torn down when I'm the very prototype of what your father should have been if he was putting you in a position to hold you accountable in the first place. Let me cook. Let's get straight to it, all right? Because it's clear. that you have no direction whatsoever. And this is one of the reasons why they say that when a man choose a wife, when a man findeth a wife, when a man selects a wife, he selects a good thing, or he findeth a good thing. These people don't know the scriptures. All they know is how to pander to you in order to tap into your emotions and your feelings in order to make you do something that's not best for you. So you're going to take the advice of people that don't necessarily align with what it is that you're supposed to be doing, understanding that the entire community based off of your selections. Remember, you've been the ones that selected the men that you decided to have children with. But for some reason, you couldn't get it right the first 3 times that you had kids. But now you're going to get it right with this guy because this guy knows how to give you the insight and information on how it is that you're supposed to be operating. And it's not your fault. There is no accountability to be taken on your part. The only thing that we need to do is hold men accountable. You know what? When I see a guy that as a blanket statement says that men aren't men by default, I know that that should be the first red flag for women in the first place. When a woman hears a man say that men aren't men because they don't do A, B, C, and D, that should be the first red flag that you hear, see, and smell. If you can't spot the red flag, then something is inherently wrong with you. I don't even think that it's anything that's wrong with you. I think you want to hear the wrong thing. It's the whole reason why in the very beginning Eve was beguiled by the serpent, convinced you to step outside of the thing that God had ordained for you, and now you're the mother of destruction. And then this dude is on his platform pandering something that is defined or named after the very woman that got the man kicked out of. Think about this for a second. You can't make this stuff up. If you go over to his Instagram and you see what he's selling a drink. And it's something of Eve, the semen of Eve or something, right? I don't know what it is. And I can't knock his hustle, so I don't want him to not get his money. Get your money, big dog. If you're going to leverage women in order to get your money, then cool. Let them get finesse. It's the same thing how simps get finesse. But we gonna deal with these simp lords right now, right? We're gonna put it all to rest and we're gonna put it out there and then we're gonna play it by ear, okay? The very drink that he's selling has an Eve name in it, right? The pedestalizing of women. So you name your very product after the woman that was beguiled by the serpent. So if we're having a conversation based off a representation of what you're drinking, because Eve then bit the fruit and then gave it to her husband, and then they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden because lest you actually eat from the tree of life and become gods as us, because y'all don't really know y'all scriptures, and that's what you name your product after, and that's what y'all buying. No wonder the black community is so beguiled.